welcome to another live. I hope you're having an awesome day. Got up and get going, and for those of you in Australia and New Zealand, getting up and getting going. For those of you in other parts of the world, you may be coming to the end of another amazing day. I hope it's been totally awesome with you. Went out and played a game of tennis last night with a young fella and my wife, and had an interesting playing on clay. I don't usually play on clay, and I suck at tennis. And my son started getting really mad at me because I was doing these backhand drop shots and just getting them over the net. And he started getting mad, and I said, "Mate, I can't hit the ball, and I don't know how I'm doing it, and I can't hit the ball any other way. So I'm not meaning to give you dirty shots. It's just that's just how I'm hitting that ball. I'm not a great tennis player, never have been, never had any lessons, so it tends to be a bit bumbly." So yeah, so that was an interesting little experiment. So today, what I'm wanting to look at is I keep hearing people say that they, that everyone's waking up. And I'm going, what do you mean? What do people think when they say that we're waking up? And one of the things that I thought I'd share is some of the teachings and some of the things that happened for me when I first thought about what waking up meant or what enlightenment meant, and the way that my teachers taught it to me, to get my head around it, to blow all the illusion out of it, to blow all the basically the BS stories of who we think we are or what we think it is. So when it comes to waking up, or when it comes to enlightenment, hey Ken, I hear a lot of people and they go, I'm going to become enlightened. And I go, oh, well, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? And when I look at it, I go, for me, when I first thought of me enlightenment, I thought, wow, I'd just become all glowy and bright, and I don't know, I'd buzz off the planet and I would no longer need to be here. That was my naivety on what I thought enlightenment meant. And I heard a beautiful statement the other day when I was working with a client, what they thought enlightenment meant. And it was their description was to be established in being. And then she said a few other things. And I thought, wow, what a beautiful way of explaining it, of expressing it, to be established in being. Now, what does that mean? Man, the ego can grab it and run down all sorts of rabbit holes. And, you can get caught up. I'm established in being. I am this divine little creature. And you go, wow, what a lot of bullshit. Established in being is the truth. It was such a good, beautiful way of saying it, but the ego will twist it and turn it and put it down all some other ways of being. But one of the teachings that one of my first teachers did, and he, I used to be pretty blunt and pretty rough around the edges, so I got a pretty blunt and pretty rough around the edges teacher, perfect teacher for me. And he would sit there and he said to me, well, what is enlightenment? And I said, well, I assume it's you become this beautiful light being. And he said, basically, enlightenment is the acceptance of self. I went, what? Yeah, you accept yourself. Really? Is that all it is? Well, that kind of sucks, because I kind of suck. And he went, right. That's what enlightenment is. When you can be and see divine love in yourself, you will begin to become enlightened. I went, oh, crap, that means I've got to like myself. And that's what I thought at the time. And when, you think about it, you sit there and you go, okay, enlightenment means being an acceptance of myself. Well, all my flaws and everything. You go, oh, crap, but I suck at that. Yeah, well, yeah, you come into acceptance of that. And in doing that and following my journey down that road with the work of that teacher at the start, began to break down all the illusions and the BS stories that were there for me. And so when you look at accepting yourself, you accept that big wart on your butt as much as you accept how great you are in some activity or how charismatic you may be or whatever it is. You accept them totally as just wholeness. When you allow yourself, hey David, beautiful to see you. When you see that light, you are able to open up to the joy that is everywhere. When you come into a place of this acceptance of yourself, you have greater acceptance of others. Because if you can see the divine light in yourself, if you can see this light and knowingness in yourself, you can see it in everyone. And all of a sudden the competition falls away. Now that doesn't mean that you don't continually grow and improve yourself. What it does mean is you have the ability to put your best foot against the opposition. It's like playing, I use the game of tennis. When I watch my son play tennis, he goes out on the court and we've taught him that the game is not personal. Yes, you want to win and yes, you want to beat them, but so do they want to beat you. But it's not personal. You go, as soon as you step across the line, you are going in to have a battle, have a challenge with somebody. You're going to put your best foot forward to see if you can beat them, and they do the same to you. So at no time is it ever personal, and you have the opportunity to learn and grow in yourself, to be able to accept yourself and take your skill set to a new level. When we can do that, we are growing and we are evolving and we are pulling out of the illusion where we have only known ourselves as so good, when we only know ourselves as so much. And when we open up to this, we open up into this divine light. And when we can see into the light, the shadows and the resistances where we refuse to know ourselves or accept ourselves at that deeper level begin to fall away. Because that was the other thing that my teacher taught me. He said to me, it wasn't just me, there's other people there too in the group, but he said, basically the acceptance never stops. There's a deepening. And, it does. And you forget, you deepen and life just gets easier and all of a sudden a problem doesn't bother you anymore. That's when you know you're starting to get into this acceptance. That's when you know you're starting to awaken. You don't get caught by other people's drama. And a lovely way I had someone put it to me was, you don't give a shit. Basically you don't give a shit. You don't get caught up in the illusion or the trouble that's going on. Yes, you see the dialogue that's happening, but you do not get caught in it. You observe it. You look at the narratives or the stories that are being thrown out, because they're all illusions, and you separate yourself from them. And you sit there in the light, and then you look for where is the truth in all of this. And when you can see the truth, you pick the truth out. What's this? And you allow that to be shown. And I don't mean your truth, and I don't mean society truth. I mean that truth. Where's the light in it? And every place has it. When we can get to see that, the biggest thing that happens, when I used to say to people, you just don't give a shit. And they go, geez, that's a bit harsh, Doug. But what happens when you allow yourself to move into that depth of acceptance in yourself, great compassion rises from within you. And you don't try and be compassionate. You don't try and be loving and kind to everyone. It just bubbles out of you. You cannot stop it. It just rises. And as this light rises out of you, you see the good, and you can see where people are caught. And then you can maybe, if it's your job to do, if it's your place to help them, you touch them with a bit of the light on that space. And it's like you unhook their sweater from off a coat hook sort of thing, and away they can go. And they may never know that you even touched them. And that's the beauty of it. And this is where I look at it, and I look at what the teachings do. And, you know, some of the teachings, other teachers that I've had that have come in, and they say, Doug, you may never know someone that you touch by being able to be in that place of acceptance of yourself. And when you touch them there, you may stop them from hurting themselves or doing something that may have hurt someone else. And an experience I had many years ago, I was in a real dark place, real dark. I was trying to work out which way I was going to, you know, sort of how I was going to walk in front of a bus type thing. It was a real bad place. And I'm sitting on this chair, and I was in a shopping centre. And I just had this real heavy darkness over me. Somebody walked past me. Don't even know who it was. Don't know how it happened. And they took it from me. And all of a sudden I began to feel calmer. And then I went and, you know, obviously didn't step in front of a bus because here I am today. But the thing is, they took my pain from me. Now, somebody who is sitting in the acceptance of themselves has that ability to do it. And they didn't necessarily come past and say, oh, I'll take that from you. They were just being themselves. And their light, their persona, and this is what we talk about waking up, their persona was like a fire burning, and it went past my energy field and caught me alight and burnt all that shit off and stopped that nonsense in my head and that emotional garbage that was going on where I was in pity land, I was in victimhood, and it burnt it off for me. It was a gift that was given to me. You have the same ability to give that gift to everyone that you walk past to, if you will just allow yourself to accept and love yourself and know that you are the divine light. When you do that, everything opens up. And you don't even have to try. That's the good thing I like about it. You don't even got to really work at it. You just do it. You just be yourself. You're just out there being you, being light, being happiness. And as you do that, you go, wow, that wasn't really that hard. I might do that a bit more. And as you do, what happens is it just deepens inside of you. So when you think about waking up and you think about, you know, helping everyone else wake up, the best way that you can help someone else wake up is by being the light yourself and just allowing yourself to illuminate. Don't try and be bright. Because a candle flame doesn't try and be bright. A candle flame is just a candle flame. It's just bright. It's just what it is. And when it has acceptance of that which it is, it just burns so brightly. Yet if you're trying to force it, you're caught up in your mind. Let it go. Just be that beautiful light. And as you're that, what happens is it really just opens up. And that is just nothing more than acceptance of self. That's enlightenment. That's waking up. I mean, it's the funny thing about it. It's just, hey, let go and enjoy. Let go and enjoy in yourself. Great teaching by Ramdas. When we sit there, we are free. So my challenge to you today is to just accept yourself. And when you really screw up and something goes really pear-shaped, just give yourself a big hug and, oh, isn't that beautiful? Wow, I can accept I really took that the wrong way. And you allow yourself to let it go and just let it unravel and look for the learnings, look for the teachings, and then allow that to evolve. So, hey, enjoy and allow yourself to really step into, if you're wanting to awaken and you want to be one of these people on the planet that's saying that they're awakening, then really allow yourself to embrace this part of your journey and allow yourself to really embrace this aspect of yourself, of really accepting and loving yourself, and noticing if you're getting caught in people's narratives, people's illusions, people's stories. You're giving a shit. So you're caught. Allow yourself to come back. What's the truth? Yes, you may have be able to give them some great opinions, some great advice, but you're not going to get caught. You're not going to get fired up. If you're getting fired up, you're caught. There's no need to get fired up. Don't worry, I still get caught. Don't pretend I don't. But the thing is when I get caught, I look at what I get caught at, and then I come to accept and find the teaching and the truth of what's actually there. And it's just a journey. Be doing it till the day that I leave this planet, and so will you. So you might as well enjoy it, you know. Hey, again, take care, blessings, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.